Good evening. My name's Henry. I'm joined tonight by my co-founder Sam. We're from Small Change. And Small Change is revolutionising the way we engage with charities and causes. It's about taking media content that describes the world's problems, connecting it with those charities and organisations working to solve them, and bringing them together to allow people to take simple but meaningful action on the issues they care about. So the 24-hour news cycle means that we have unprecedented access to the host of challenges confronting humanity. And yet, this awareness rarely translates into meaningful action, as we vent our moral outrage or our anger through the hashtag, like, and tweet. Now, by way of example, a 2014 Facebook page set up to save Darfur attracted some 1.2 million likes on Facebook. And yet, a study found that of those 1.2 million, a mere 3,000 actually bothered to donate to save Darfur. So this level of superficial support is commonly referred to as slacktivism. Now, charities and activists are attuned to this slacktivist problem, and they're frustrated by an inability to convert a captive audience into active change makers. To make matters worse, existing online fundraising tools, such as email, are increasingly ineffective, with the email fundraising response rate falling to just 0.07% in the last year, and that is down 11% on previous years. So at Small Change, we're moving away from those increasingly outdated and ineffective fundraising tools, allowing people to make simple, small donations as part of their everyday social media activity. So as flagged, it's about bringing content that describes the world's problems, connecting it with those with the power to solve them, and bring them together to allow people to take meaningful action. So what this looks like in practice, the next time you see something online that concerns you, rather than simply liking, sharing or retweeting, you can link it to a related petition or charity through the Small Change platform. You can create a Small Change link that you can share online. Now, a Small Change link looks like this. It includes the inspiring content that prompted you to take action, as well as a Small Change action bar. Now, through the Small Change action bar, your friends and followers are able to make a small donation or sign a petition with the push of a button. So just imagine if every social media user, when they encountered something compelling, powerful, or provocative online, had a cash tin or a donation tin put in front of them and provided with the means to take simple action. Small Change makes this possible. By making the media content the means of engagement, we can also do some other cool things. So we can track online what's making waves, what's driving donations, what's getting traction. Something similar to an Upworthy or a BuzzFeed, except for real-world issues and content that actually matters. It also means that we can track people's small donations. They can keep it all together in one place, so they can access a simple, convenient tax receipt that they can download at tax time. It also means they can measure and monitor the impact that they're having through their everyday social media activity. So there's a big opportunity here. In Australia last year, there were over $412 million made in online gifts. This number increased by 28% on previous years. But of course, this figure pales in comparison when we compare it to similar figures in the USA, which reached $24 billion in online donations in the corresponding period. So this reflects people's increasing preference for donating through online channels, and Small Change capitalised on this momentum to achieve significant social impact. So our business model is premised around a 5% click. We take on all donations processed through the site, and this is complemented by lead generation for charities. So when we're explicitly permissioned to do so, we will pass on the donor information to the respective charity, and we charge $5 per introduction. And this is simply mirroring successful models adopted by various Australian petition companies already in operation. So the team behind Small Change includes myself, a current law student, Sam Henderson, who is a recent graduate of Advanced Science. We're ably supported by our advisor, Sam McLean, who is the former Managing Director of GetUp, Australia's most prominent activist organisation. We're also very fortunate to be supported by a growing number of student volunteers. Sam likes to refer to them as small changes. I'm personally not sold on the term yet, but we'll continue to discuss that. These are people who find the small change vision compelling enough that they're willing to volunteer their time 1 or 2 days a week to help us realise the vision, acting as our advocates and our salespeople. Sorry, I'll add that I think what's great about having this team, a growing team of volunteers, is it reflects our view of small change, but really more of a movement than we are a company. So to date, we have in-principle agreements with 4 charity partners up on the screen. We're currently getting the site ready to start processing donations. We have been live at smallchangegiving.co for the last 3 weeks, and to date over 68 small change links have been created and circulating social media, and over 749 actions have been taken through our action bars. The click-through rates that we've been able to achieve with the calls to action through our action bars are currently 5 times higher than corresponding calls to action in charity fundraising emails. So for us today, we'd love to talk to anyone who's connected in the charity space. We're looking to expand our network of charity partners, so please come up and talk to us if this is you, and we can have a conversation about how you can use small change to assist any affiliated charities and groups. So we've got committed our first round of investors in sort of bridging round for $20,000, which will tie us over for the coming couple of months, at which point we'll be looking to raise $120,000 to tie us over for the rest of the year, allowing us to implement our marketing and growth strategy to realise the totality of the small change vision. And finally, like I said, we are live at smallchangegiving.co. I would like to ask everyone in the audience if they could take out their mobile phones, if you haven't turned it off, and go to smallchangegiving.co right now. You'll be greeted by this modal on the screen, and it'll give you the opportunity to enter your email, and you can even leave a comment if there's something in particular you would like to talk to us about. Otherwise, just leave your email and we'll be able to keep you updated on all things small change. Otherwise, you're welcome to come and speak to us at the end. My co-founder Sam is 6'8", so he's very hard to miss. So you won't have too much trouble there. In closing, the world's problems will not be solved by a hashtag. We need real action, and small change provides that action. It is better to light one candle than it is to curse the darkness. My name's Henry, I'm from Small Change, and we're making social media meaningful.